Anthony's in his car, isn't he? Oh no, that's his teammate. Anyway, welcome everyone to round 9 of season 6.5 of the Transnation eSports. We're at the penultimate round of the championship here at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache, the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's been a circuit held with much prestige, much honour, and of course it's played host to the Formula 1 Grand Prix for many a year. Very nearly came off the calendar actually with the talks of Rio de Janeiro becoming a new part of it. But anyway, I'm Brett Keane, and joining commentary as always is Michael Mr. Excitement Brundle Garone Jr. I think we need to find a more clear-cut nickname for you because this is getting a bit long. It's actually getting longer than Terry's name. Anyway, welcome aboard. The Brazilian Grand Prix circuit, very short, very quick, very technical at the same time. What's the best critical way to get around this circuit in, I suppose, haste?
Yeah, tricky circuit, especially to set up for, because you have your super long front stretch. I mean, I guess you could consider there's a few corners in there, but in the dry, not. Or if you want to be flying down the straights. Personally, I like to have a little bit more grip and more comfort through the second sector. I feel like over a race that's going to give you a more consistent pace. But yeah, it should be interesting. As you said, a really, really quick track, short lap. Rain quite common around here, so I'm sure a lot of these guys won't be wanting to see that. But if you throw some wet weather in the mix, that'll definitely spice things up.
And of course we have a bit of a shortened, well, I say shortened grid for this weekend, but actually the number is actually a lot better than previous, with 16 currently registered, 4 missing, which appears to be Vagila Seoi, who was talking about having internet issues, Theodore Dragishi, who was talking about internet issues, but of course he's crown champion, so he won't be bothered by that. Max Tansley, who always has internet issues, from the sounds of it. Daniel Budwell hasn't gotten his car yet. Amar, who I believe has gone out for dinner for his mother's birthday. So happy birthday, Mrs. Singh, from the guys at Transnation eSports. And then Jake Anthony also waiting to get into his car. How interesting, though, that with Williams Racing, we've got a Brit and a Canadian in the car.
Yeah, quite consistent with real life.
We've got a Brit in the Merc, but not a Finn. Don't have any.
I don't know. Jake might be waiting for that number 1 seat. Right now, his brand new teammate's sitting in that.
Well, he better not be, because if it's that, you know. I mean, in earnest, if he doesn't, he'll end up either in the Ferrari, the Aston Martin, or the AlphaTauri.
But already calling it the Aston?
Yeah. And then, I don't know about the racing point aspect for thing, but either which way. Yeah. No.
Okay, so Budwell's in the car.
And Jake's just going to stand defiant. So chances are he'll end up in the Ferrari or the Red Bull based on his indecision. Anyway, so yeah, so the championship is pretty much confirmed. One for the no assist, or the assist tier 1 and the no assist tier 1, I should say, as well. So there we go. Jake finally gets into his car with 8 seconds to go. So 16 cars, 4 missing, 3 unexpected last minute ones, and then one that's kind of just playing it safe with his internet. Although Jerome at the same time has made that propaganda as well pretty apparent, especially with that very confusing crash at the Mexican Grand Prix, which still to this day I'm scratching my head as to, because obviously neither driver presented their footage of the incident, so we can't really gauge anything as to what's happened. Um, he'll be looking to try and get his first win of the season with the top guys out of the race in that retrospect. We could still see a Ma if he manages to get back in time, but we do have 3 new drivers to our fold. Unfortunately, I forgot to give Michael the names on the thing, but we do have them in the Discord. So in the McLaren, we have Brandon Upperton from the UK. He is Dark Stomper 5150. In the second McLaren, we have a regional driver from the European division, the Austrian known as Tizian Hartmann. And in the Williams, we've got Patrick Boylard from the Northern American Republic known as Canada. And he's also registered for the for the regionals in Sunday as a reserve, or whenever the day. I think it's both. So, what's the ideal strategy around here, Michael? Is it playing soft to medium, or do we see soft to hard, or what's the state of play?
Yeah, it'll be an easy soft to medium. Tire wear pretty non-existent here. I think you could do like more than half the race on the soft if you really wanted to, and like the whole race on the mediums. So for whatever reason, tire wear is not really even a thought around here. So I mean, I like those kinds of races, both to watch and to compete in, because you don't have to worry about managing. You can just go for it every single lap.
So just watching the new guy on screen here, the number 82 Williams, in contrast to his 98 running teammate Atix. What's he running? He is in the number 22, so he does conflict with Matty Smith, but I'm sure they won't have too many headaches over that. And Dark Stomper, I believe, is running number 2, because he initially tried to tell me number 7, but of course can't run that. So of course Michael Schooner and continues his run of form. Very good race in the Mexican Grand Prix last weekend. Unfortunately, a drive-through penalty paid to his hard work, so he could be a bit of an interesting to watch for the Monday night regional as well.
Yeah, I think I said that to J-Dunk, another competitor today. Earlier this week we were talking about his pace around Mexico. Without that drive-through, I think he was a serious contender for the podium. Yeah, it was really unfortunate to see him get that drive-through kind of unnecessarily. But yeah, kind of got me worried a little bit. Makes Monday even more competitive for me.
Yeah, just got Vigilus asking, because he's missed 2 races, does he lose out on qualifying for Season 7? It only works on the basis that if you're not turning up for no reason, or your reason for not turning up isn't valid. Obviously, when you're having internet dramas, that's a completely different story. It's out of your control, and actually, speaking of disconnections, Cameron Adams has just done that. So a very interesting strategy choice so far we're seeing with a few drivers, a few medium runners. Joe Brindley's done a 108.7 on the mediums, and Lee Beattie's done a 109.1. The fastest time now is Jonathan Dunk with a 107.2, which... God, what is Andrew Lee's standard? 105?
I think low 106s, maybe a very high 105. So good opening account for Dunk. I guess we'll see. I think Jerome is just starting his lap now, so I think guys like Jerome, Bo's on the mediums, but I think we'll expect Bo to be up towards the front. We'll see where they stand, but I do believe that Dunk's done a pretty solid lap there on his first go around.
So I'll get you to fix up the invites for Cameron and for Lee Beattie, so that's quite interesting. Both halves is having a bit of a shoddy run, although Lee will be grateful that he's got a lap. But I do believe that there is some kind of new glitch now where it actually doesn't matter if you set a lap. If you join late or if you get disconnected and rejoin, you get relegated straight to the back of the...
Oh, now Matty Smith is disconnected as well. They're all disconnecting.
Well, mass disconnection, so this is interesting. We'll just keep an eye on this for a minute, and if we see anything less or anything more, we might have to restart the lobby on a different host, because I've been having PSN issues all day, well, for the last few months actually, since this whole PlayStation 4 update came out. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's just been nat typing, PSN's been slow. Just...
Oh, and there you go, Jerome puts down a 1.7.1. So Dunk only a little bit over a tenth off. So yeah, really good go so far. I think we got Liam on a lap, coming around the final corners.
So yeah, so we'll wait on 10 minutes, and if we don't see anything come back on, we'll have to call it a dud. So the new guys so far, we've got Braden Upperton in P3 with a 107.3. There's Attics. Well, Tizian hasn't set a time yet, and nor has Patrick. Oh no, sorry, Patrick's done a 109.23. What we may do, I am going to call this, so we will take a break, and when we come back we'll have the restarted server.